AI engineer, machine learning engineer, NLP engineer, and data scientist, and how they all kind of relate to each other. Hey there, guys. This is Rasul from Data Talent Advisors. Welcome to another edition of our Data Talent Advisors LinkedIn videos, where today we're going to look at the AI engineer, machine learning engineer, NLP engineer, and data scientist, and how they all kind of relate to each other. And I'll briefly talk about data engineer for just 2 seconds, but this is a relatively short video, so I'll try to talk through it pretty quickly if you give me 5 minutes of your time. So basically, before we can get into some of these AI engineer, machine learning engineer, what I've had is put together our team. If you can look at the diagram, it's really defining AI and what AI is all about. So a lot of times in the media, we hear things here and there, something magical has happened using technology or computer science, anything technical. It's AI. That's what's done it. But the reality is that AI in general has many subsets. Some of those subsets that have been illustrated here in this diagram shows machine learning, speech, computer vision, things like NLP, robotics. All these are part of AI. When you think about a replicant from the movie Blade Runner, if you're a fan of that movie, where really humanoids were being created that look just like human beings, they even actually have emotions and things like that, supposedly, in that movie. But the thing is that AI is really many subsets. And the reason that we're going to start to see, because of the rise of ChatGPT, roles like ML engineer or AI engineer more and more, which are very closely related. They're basically a very specialized data engineer, if you will. They're working more with machine learning libraries, for sure. Some of them get quite advanced. We've worked with some companies that do things with GANs and deep fake things that you see out there, which is pretty complex, and a highly specialized and very highly focused individual that's working on that kind of stuff. It's very interesting. But the thing is that overall, machine learning engineer and AI engineer can be almost one and the same, that they're very closely related, okay? Company to company, it really depends on the industry and really where they're trying to go. Hopefully helping you at a very high level kind of understand that. As far as how they kind of relate to NLP engineers, NLPs, as you can see from the diagram earlier that I showed you, the NLP engineer is actually another branch that has many other subset branch, like second level of subset branches on top of the NLP engineer or NLP designation. NLP really has to do with natural language processing. It has to do with, like, let's say loading up a document into some website, and it already knows off that document to pick out your first name, surname, your address, your social security number, zip code, whatever it is, and populates it in the correct fields. Parsing is what we call it, but that is really what it's doing, is using NLP technology to be able to read, okay? It is a function of almost like computer vision in a way. So the other part of NLP, some of the other things that it does, Google Translate is the most common thing that I think most of us have interacted with it, especially if you've traveled abroad. But that's kind of another engineer, and that's why it's kind of related. Now, the way that these two relate more to data science versus data engineering is that data science today, it's progressed more and more to where most companies are asking for data scientists to have production quality code as it pertains to Python in particular, because Python is being used to work with machine learning libraries. So even though some companies are calling out the machine learning engineer title, some other companies tend to have data engineers, and the company has seen ROI with machine learning models, and they're having their data engineers work more on machine learning type projects. So as a result, why data scientists tend to get involved with that type of work, but the data engineer, even though they may be doing some machine learning as well, they tend to have more responsibilities with CI/CD, even Jenkins. These are some of the things that you'll find with people that are working in DevOps. So data engineering and DevOps is really more coming closer together, whereas data science, AI engineer, machine learning engineer, and NLP engineer tend to be a little bit in their own little trench, let's say, okay? At least that's been the recent trend. And again, there's no definitive black or white, depends on company, depends on industry, depends on the overall projects, what we're trying to achieve. But at a high level, I hope this has been informative. I thank you for your time. Be sure to follow us, be sure to click the notify button, and you can always find us at www.datatalentadvisors.com. And for right now, I'm out of here. Till the next video.